Okay, hello everyone, and welcome back to War Thunder, patch 1.5.1, which is entitled Cold Steel. New map, Finland, which is probably the reason why it's cold in the title. Also, there's some Cold War tanks as well, but we'll get to those in a moment. Now, let me just do a mini patch note on the new vehicles and stuff. For America, there wasn't really that much. There was a new aircraft, I think it was this one, SB2C1C, I think that was the new aircraft, M60, and Super Hellcat for the new American non-premium tanks. Well, premium and non-premium. Basically more tanks for America, that's what it means. I also got a new skin for the M18, Gun Motor Carriage Hellcat Tank Destroyer. It is German now, yay, an actual tank which I can do my accent in, which I can do an accent in, that isn't America, and because I couldn't do an Italian accent, so yeah, so yeah, German Hellcat. Sorry, still tired. Now, moving on to the Germans, there wasn't much. New aircraft, Dornier 17, new rank 1 bomber for the Germans. There's no more aircraft in here other than a captured IL-2, and I do have a problem with this IL-2, is that because, yes, it's an IL-2, so thank you Gaijin for giving the Germans something which can't be shot down by anything other than strong Soviet weaponry, or a strong Soviet mountain, is what happened to me on my first time actually out on an IL-2, on this captured IL-2. It was a frontline mission, and there's a Spitfire Mark II-A, so the four 7.7 MGs doing like literally nothing to my IL-2 because a strong Soviet IL-2. However, as I was banking around to try and get away from the Spitfire, I was sort of looking back at it, and I said to myself, Spitfire, you cannot shoot me down, I am strong Soviet IL-2, nothing can kill IL-2. Then I crashed into a mountain, and I said, other than strong Soviet mountain. So, yeah, nothing can kill an IL-2 other than a strong Soviet mountain. However, this is IL-2 1942, and this is what it looks like, with all of the upgrades and stuff. And this is the secondary weapons. It can either have without load 450 kilograms or 250 kilograms. And if we look at the actual Russian IL-2 1942, here we are. Let's just look at the modifications for this. Okay, so it looks like this. All right, it looks pretty the same. It can only have universal belt. That's the same. But look at all these secondary weapons. It can have like 10 different loadouts. You know, there's the without load. There's the 450 kilograms. If you were to there's the 250 kilograms. But then where's the Germans' rockets? Where's the 100 kilogram bombs for the German IL-2? Where are these rockets again? You know, where's this bomb rocket combination? Where's all this in the German one? Why have you not given them this stuff? The Germans can do with a good attacker which isn't a Stuka. Yeah, something which is single engine but can actually go at a decent sort of speed. Sorry, Stuka. I love you really, Stuka. But, I mean, come on. What ground attack do the Germans have? Well, they have 109, which is primarily a fighter. The same with the Focke-Wulf. That's only really a fighter. The Dornier is a heavy fighter. So that doesn't really count as... what does this say this is? It says the IL-2 is a fighter because strong Soviet IL-2. It's really a fighter bomber. There you go. It says attacker here, look. So, what attackers do the Germans have? Well, they have a dive bomber. They have medium bombers. No, that's a heavy bomber. No attackers. No. Oh, look, an attack. Oh, no, it's really a fighter. No, that's... Come on, guys. But they were also having a sale on some various packs, 50% off, so I took the chance to grab the BF1 and 9G2 and the Henschel. Don't know why people don't really like the Henschel, I quite like it. It's quite fun to fly. Also, Panzer IIH as well, that's a new tank that I got because that was also on the sale. So yeah, I got them before they were gone forever. If you bought them already, then you keep them in your garage, but if not, you can't get them anymore. So yeah, took the chance to grab some packs that I wanted. Because I'd always wanted to get the BF109. I always wanted to get the Henschel. I've always wanted to get the Panzer 2H as well. I just sort of never got around to doing it. I always thought, oh, I'll just wait till they're on sale or something. And then seeing as they were getting rid of them, I just thought, oh, I'd best sort of, get in here and actually buy them before they go. So yeah, quite a good deal for getting these. Sorry. German Army, what do they have? Well, they have a new multi-turreted tank. I'll come to that last. They've also got the Leopard 1. Only got 75mm of armor, 70 actually, apparently. Alright. There's also now winter camouflages for tanks now. It also said that there was a winter camouflage for the Tiger P, but you're incorrect in that fact, Gaijin. So yeah, I'll come to the new multi-turreted tank later. Soviet tanks and aircraft. Of course, Soviet Russia gets lots and lots of new vehicles. These vehicles being T-3400, so basically T-3485 with a better gun, because the T-3485 is a bad tank already. So who doesn't want it to have a big, better gun? SU-122P, I think that might also be new, unless I've just been not looking at this new stuff. So I don't know if that's new. I don't remember it being there. I'll have to re-watch one of my old videos to find it out. To be honest, that's the easiest way. Box Tank has now joined the ranks of War Thunder, so yep, Box Tank is in here. You've got, there you go, T10M, that's something new as well. So basically IS-8 is now in War Thunder as well. What else is new here? There's also some new aircraft as well. They've got new Hurricane. Yep, they've got a Hurricane now that has 20mm and 12.7mm, because it's take a Hurricane, give it to Gaijin. Gaijin will boost it with stuff. This is actually probably that's probably what Russia did actually, factually, but still got a new Yak 3 as well. So basically regular Yak 3, better engine. That's what that boils down to. There's like nothing new there. It's just yet another Yak for you Yak lovers. And probably also some other things for Russia. I mean, look at all these premiums that Russia has. Just look at all this. It's just chock-a-block full with just premiums. Look, that's just solid bank of premiums. And I've never used this lag. I got this lag as a quest item. Well, not a quest item. It's when they do those special things where it's like, oh, if you do these missions, then you'll get a random aircraft or tank which you don't already have. And so yeah, that's the one that I got. Would have preferred something that wasn't a Soviet planes, because I never play Soviet planes. Look, this is how far I got. One accidental game when I have the lag 3. See, I was with my rank 3 tanks, and I thought, oh, let's play as these tanks. It was this exact loadout, so it had KV2, it had IS-1, it had captured, well, Lend-Lease M4, there you go, and then there's also a lag 3, but instead of being tank arcade, it was air arcade, so I accidentally readied up and went into game there. I got like 3 kills or something before I died or something, I don't know, it's lag 3. So yeah, nothing new for Russia, I think, other than that. Britain, new Hurricane, woohoo! However, there's also some very bad news for the poor British, because Hurricane Mark 2B got a new model. So you think, oh great, the Hurricane Mark 2 will look even better. Yeah, about that. Let's just customization. Let's put on this captured skin for the Hurricane which I have, and oh dear, the new the new model has sort of ruined the skin, which is a sad day. I cried when this happened. I didn't really, but I was still very sad because my poor Hurricane. I mean, what's going to happen to the Hurricane Mark II is what has happened to the Hurricane Mark I late. I'm going to end up getting a bunch of new skins. This will go all around the world, and I'm sure the Hurricane Mark I is very happy because it gets to see the world, which is what it's always wanted to do. But yeah, Hurricane Mark II, man, it's meant to be the German one. But no. But still, let's all get off that sad note to the new happy note. New Hurricane, yay! 40mm cannons. Basically the same as a Typhoon, I think, isn't it? Oh no, it's a Tempest, which has 47mm guns. It's basically a downgraded version of that. It's 2 ranks lower. It loses 7mm from its main gun. Still keeps the 2 of them, and it's a Hurricane. That's what that essentially boils down to. Of course, fitted my slow but sure Hurricane thing, which I always have to do, and I swear I put the DAC symbol on. Apparently not. Alright, well, let me just quickly put that on. There you go, that looks good. Right, good. There you go. So, yeah, this is now my new Hurricane lineup. There's 5 Hurricanes. Huzzah. If only I could have the Soviet one. Yeah, but yeah. Unfortunately, didn't have enough Golden Eagles from buying those packs. So, yeah. No, hold on, I just want to make sure the DAC symbol is on here as well. Yes, it is. Japanese, I never played the Japanese, but there is like a new, I don't know, a new KI something. I'm pretty sure there's a new KI something for the Japanese. Single-seated fighter, it's like rank 2 or something. Rank 3 maybe, I don't know, but it's some new Japanese. Right, so, the one thing which I have forgotten to talk about is, well, not forgotten, I sort of delayed talking about it, is this. I'm not going to bother to try and pronounce its name because I can't pronounce its name. But it is probably, I would say it's better than Land Battleship. I'm sorry, but I do love a good land battleship. You all know that I love my land battleship very much. Just because it takes a massive amount of damage to kill one of them. But the thing about the land battleship is it's got good survivability but not good attacking ability. With this one, it's sort of got a mixture of both. It's got good attack ability and it's also fairly survivable. It has a 6 crew. Land battleship has 10. This weighs half as much. Land battleship is very slow to maneuver. It's very slow, very ungainly. This is more maneuverable than you'd think. It's certainly shorter than the land battleship. I think you'll all be able to agree with that. Yeah, here you go. It's a lot smaller than the land battleship. It's got the same sort of weapon loadout. It has one 75mm Kampfwagen Canola 37 and one 37mm Kampfwagen Canola 36, and 3 machine guns. Land battleship, more of the guns, but you can only really use 2 at a time, so the same sort of thing as this. It has 176 and 2 45s. 76 has got 96 shells for it, and the total amount of 45mm ammunition that you carry is 226, which is 113 per gun. So yeah, you've got plenty enough to survive a battle. So this thing carries less ammo, but it's much better ammo. The 75mm carries heat and carrot rounds, I think, is the only way that you can really describe them. There you go. There's your heat, there's your spring gun and high explosive. There's your carrot rounds. The heat rounds, 80mm of penetration, across the board at 0 degrees of armor. With this, the carrot rounds, you only get 56, so yeah, use the heat, it's much better. 37mm Panzergranaten, which has got 65mm of penetration, and Panzergranaten 40 armor piercing composite rigid, which has got 91 degrees of penetration. 91mm of penetration, sorry, at 0 degrees. So yeah, use Panzergranaten and heat, you'll kill everything. So yeah, that is enough penetration from both guns to get you through pretty much everything at rank 1 and 2 which you'll ever see. T50s, no problem, comrade. Fire this, it will do damage. Yeah, land battleship, 76mm, and it's not that good. 35mm of penetration at 0 degrees at 10-meter range with armor piercing, high explosive, ballistic cap shell. Not very good. To be honest, if you're shooting at the side of tanks, go for the shrapnel shell. It will one-shot them. That's what I found when test driving. Like just now, pretty much about a day ago when I was test driving it. Yeah, use the shrapnel shell. I mean, from the front, the extra penetration will help you a little bit. It won't actually kill anything, but it'll certainly help at some point. Shrapnel shell, probably if you're shooting at sides of Panzer IVs and Panzer IIs, you shrapnel shell. 45mm, 73mm, 62mm, and high explosive 6mm. So yeah, this has less penetration than the 75mm heat. It has about the same as the 37, despite being a larger caliber gun. Yeah, the German one is probably superior. It has superior battery. No, it has one. Does it? This thing. No, it has the same battle rating. It's just a lot better. Yeah, I think this is better, to be honest, than Land Battleship. Sorry, Land Battleship, but it has to be said. So yeah, there is one other Soviet tank which I missed. A new T-26 has joined online. How it has the same 76mm as the T-35, as the T-28. Yeah, it's basically T-28 turret stuck on top of a T-26 chassis. That's what it boils down to. And if this will actually load, I will show you what it looks like. You can sort of see it in the background there, but it keeps saying processing operation for some reason, I don't know, but you can see there's the T-26. There you are. So yeah, T-28 turret plonked on top, T-26. So yeah, there's a star there for some reason. But yeah, so this is basically the same thing. You get 2 machine guns. I'm not too sure where the other one is. Oh, I think it's this one at the back. Really? Wait, what? 2 7.62. There's one, obviously. There's not one mounted coaxially. That is the coaxial. Surely, yeah, it has to be. Wow, they've actually added a rear-facing machine gun. That is cool. That is very cool. Not too sure why, because there's no infantry to shoot with it. But that is cool. So yeah, same ammo loadout. Still gonna have no penetration at all. You can only use shrapnel and high explosive. I'm gonna have fun firing shrapnel at stuff. Then you can get the APHE-BC shell with the 35mm penetration. Yeah, at 60 degrees of angling, this has got the same penetration as high explosive. That's just to let you know what kind of shell that is. It's not very good. So, let's have a go in this, shall we? Seeing as we're here. I am offline. How? What? Why am I offline? I am not offline. What? Strange. Ah, that's strange. Let me see what's happened here.